Hi, my name is Alex Scheid, and today we'll be discussing Eminem, also known as Marshall Mathers, also known as Slim Shady, and how he utilized language to create an identity in hip-hop culture. The origin of his name, Eminem, comes from his initials of M and M from Marshall Mathers, and this is a metonym meant to compare his name, Eminem, to the popular candy M&M's. Now, what is Eminem's identity? Well, Marshall Mathers, also known as Eminem or Slim Shady, is the lyrically gifted white rapper who has no boundaries. He's often mentioned controversial topics such as rape and murder in a large portion of many of his songs in order to tell a story. But many critics and listeners alike believe that he has misogynistic and murderous tendencies. He has even brought up extremely controversial topics like the Columbine High School shooting that occurred just a year prior to his release of his song I'm Back, which he has said the line on. Now, the portion of identity that most people know Eminem for is his race. He is a white rapper. Now, African American artists did and still do make up the majority of hip hop artists. And before Eminem, the only white rappers who were actually well known were the Beastie Boys and Vanilla Ice. Prior to 2010, Eminem had created 17 songs in which he had mentioned in one or two lines the fact that he is white. Now, as Armstrong says in The Authenticity of Marshall Mathers III, he says, Eminem is authentic because he acknowledges the truth about himself. Some quotes where he identifies his own race come from his songs I'm Back and Who Knew. Some quotes where he identifies his race come from I'm Back and Who Knew. In the first lyric from I'm Back, he says, "'Cause I'm WHITE, MTV was so friendly to me." In Eminem's song Who Knew, he says, "I don't make black music, I don't make white music, I make fight music." Now, Eminem doesn't shy away from controversial topics, and his controversy often makes up his identity. He often rapped about many controversial topics such as murder or rape, but he does so in order to tell a story or to create a satire with the subject. However, there have been a few times where he's gone extremely personal about his controversial writing, like when he wrote entire songs about killing his wife at the time, Kim Mathers, in songs like Kim and 97 Bonnie and Clyde. In the song The Way I Am, written in 2000, he says, "And all this controversy circles me, and it seems like the media immediately points a finger at me," also using some more of his internal rhyme in order to make the point. This line basically means that parents around America were blaming him for their children's violent tendencies or their lashing out. Alright, now we'll be discussing the dichotomy of Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady. When Eminem performs a song, he usually raps with one of two personas. Either he raps as Marshall Mathers or Slim Shady. The persona of Slim Shady uses a rebellious tone, where he can sometimes be more lighthearted. This persona is mainly used for entertainment and to create satire, poking fun at psychopaths or even society in general. The persona of Marshall Mathers often uses a much more personal and sometimes even insecure tone that is meant to let the audience get to know him and sympathize with him. And both these personas come together to create the identity of Eminem in general. Now, in his song My Dad's Gone Crazy by Eminem, he says, "My songs can make you cry, take you by surprise. At the same time, they can make you dry your eyes with the same rhyme. See, what you're seeing is a genius at work, which to me isn't work, so it's easy to interpret at first, because when I speak, it's tongue-in-cheek." This shows how Eminem can sometimes create more personal songs or sad songs, but he can also make funny songs that make people smile and they can dry their eyes. But both these personas work together, and it isn't just one way or another. He doesn't create one type of music. He creates many different genres within hip-hop. Now finally, we will be looking at Eminem's lyrical ability in general. And out of all music artists, Eminem holds the record for having the widest vocabulary. He used 8,818 unique words prior to that year. Now, Eminem has stated in many different interviews that he has read the entire dictionary back and forth so he can create as many unique rhymes as possible. Now, two examples that we can use here to show how Eminem uses lyricism to create great songs are from his most recent songs off his latest album, Greatest and Lucky You featuring Joyner Lucas. Now, firstly, we'll look at Eminem's song The Greatest, where he says, "I'm somewhat outlandish, they say. You say that we're cut from the same cloth, but I guess you fabricate a." And in this, he uses cloth and fabric in the word fabricate in order to create a hidden message or a hidden relation between the two words. And he uses the word fabricate, which also means to lie, to say that just because you say we come from the same area doesn't mean we actually do, and I guess you're lying. Next, we'll look at Eminem's song Lucky You featuring Joyner Lucas, in which he says, "I got spite inside my DNA, but I work till the wheels fall off. I'm working tirelessly, A." In this, Eminem creates an allusion to Kendrick Lamar's song DNA from 2017, in which he uses the same flow as Kendrick Lamar did in that song. And then he says, "But I work till the wheels fall off. I'm working tirelessly, A." And he says he works until he completely can't anymore. But then he says that he works tirelessly, meaning that he doesn't have any tires, so the wheels will never fall off, so he's always working hard. And that just sort of creates a more complicated message within a seemingly simple line.
And here's my bibliography where I show all the songs and articles I used. Thanks so much for watching.